Hello, my name is Maxim, and today I want to talk about coordinate in GameMaker. So right now I have the room open, and once I move my mouse over the room, I see that these values are changing on the left bottom. So this is the coordinate of the room, like in particular point. So if I will move cursor on the top left, it will be the 0, 0. So this is the beginning. Once I move to the right, it will increase the x coordinate, and once I move to the left, it will decrease x. Same for the y. If I go top, it will be the minus y, and if I will go down, it will be plus y. Let's try to add object to explore coordinate more deeply. So I have object created, but to be able to display the object on the room, I need to add the sprite. Right now I don't have any sprite, so I'm going to click this button, create new sprite. A new sprite is automatically created. I'm going to rename the sprite in such way to be clear that this is the sprite and variable because our object is named variable. So it will be clear that this sprite belongs to this object. Then let's click edit image. I will choose some color and I would just fill image with this color. And our sprite is ready. It's created not inside of the sprites directory, so I'm going to move it inside of the sprites. And once we have this, I can put the object. So I put the object somewhere in the middle. But right now, let's open the object itself and let's add some events. So first, I'm going to add event create, and I'm going to specify initial coordinate. So it's 0, 0. And let's start the game. So as you remember, I put the object in the middle of the room, but when I started the game, it's appeared on the top left corner because its initial coordinate is 0, 0. Now let's add event draw for object to be able to draw his coordinates. So I'm going to use draw, and I'm using already familiar method from the previous video, draw text. It requires 3 arguments. First is the x, another one, this is the y. And this is I'm using the built-in variables, which is x and y, and this is the position of our object in the room. And third argument, I'm going to print some text. So I want to specify something like x equal our x. But this is not going to work. Once I start the game, I will get the error because here I'm trying to concatenate a string with integer. So I would need to convert this string value of coordinate x to the string. And I'm going to repeat the same, but I would move our text a bit bottom on y. And let's change here. So now I can start the game and I should be able to see the coordinates of our objects. But as you may see, we no longer see the object, just coordinates. This is because we're using the draw event, and to be able to draw itself for the object, we need to add additional method, which is called draw self. Once this method is added, object will be also shown on our room. And as you may see, coordinated x0 and y0. So now let's add some movement to the object. I'm going to use event called mouse. And here is the left down. But left down is not going to work in our case because I want to be able to click anywhere in the room. And objects should move that. Because if I will use just left down, it will expect for me to click on the object itself, and I won't be able to really move it. So I'm going to use event with global left down. And code here is pretty simple. I just need to add two lines. First is to change the position of the x, and let's use mouse x, and same mouse y. Mouse x and mouse y is also built-in variables in the GameMaker, which contain position of the coordinates of cursor in the room. So I have this done. Let me click the start. And I can click right now anywhere and object will be moved and coordinates also updated once object is moved. But Also, one interesting thing, once I click, object always appear here. Left top corner of the object appear when I click the mouse. This is because of the origin. So what is the origin? Let's open the sprite. And inside of the sprite, there is this thing, origin. So I can move it anywhere. And in that place where I'm going to move it, it will be the new origin. And from this point, coordinate will start it to count. So let me move somewhere here, for example, in the middle. So right now I have the origin in the middle, and let me run the game. So what's happened? Now we no longer see the full image, just half of the image. But once I click anywhere, object appear uh, like the center is when I click the mouse. But also X and Y coordinate were moved outside of the object. This is because the draw text start like this calculation of the position where origin is set. So now we would need to update the code of our draw to try something like that. I would need to move it bit left on the X. So I'm going to use something like -20. And X, I think should be, I need to move it a bit top. So for this, I'm going to add -15. And for that, I would keep just Y. And let's run the game again. Okay, move it right here. So now, as you may see, object appear approximately in the middle of our object. So that's all what I wanted to show today. Thank you for your attention. Please do not forget to subscribe the channel to do not miss any new videos. Have a nice day.